Traders, welcome back to Rise for Freedom. Today I'm gonna take you with me with the test I'm making. So for now we don't have any trade, any open position. So let's start over. We're going to make from February 2022 till June 2022. Uh, so let's see what happens. So here are 7 o'clock because there's no 8 o'clock. So let's trade at 7 o'clock with a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. Let's say 1.5%. Yeah, here it is. So let's set the target and the stop. Don't ever look at this number, it's irrelevant. Whenever you trade, I don't know. Uh, I never trade on Bitcoin, so I don't use like one Bitcoin. I don't buy or sell any Bitcoin. So this number is irrelevant. So now we got a bullish candle and we move it like this. We put the stop a little bit higher. We check the second candle. So we move stop a little bit higher and we keep going like this until you reach either the stop or the target. Okay, now we took a stop and we keep going. Next day, 7 o'clock, like this 1.5, 1.5, buy, target, and stop. So we got a little bit here. The beauty of this approach is that you don't have to do anything. The trade manage itself because once you set the target, it's not. I don't know if it reached the target or the stop. Well, whatever. Whenever you enter in the market, whenever you open a position, you just need to set a target which is not a superhero target. I think 1.5. Yeah, I would say 2%. It's the limit uh, of your target that it's going to reach easily. And then the more the price goes in your direction, the less you're gonna lose, which is amazing. And you don't have to deal with any mental stress or anything like this. Because sometimes when you manage position manually, you just you need to confront yourself with doubt. You need to be like a rock. You cannot let emotion take over your trading. That's why trading is one of the most difficult profession in the world because it take you to a really heavy mental stress. You have to face yourself with doubt and with all the decisions you make, and that cause a lot of stress, mental stress, which is yeah, I get it wrong, like this, yeah, which is good from one side because the more you get yourself um, oh my god, this barely kissed the target. The more you have to face yourself in this way, the more you grow up and develop your mind as a person. Once you confronted yourself with all the doubts and the things that kind of stress you out, then you're able to manage it correctly. I wouldn't say correctly, but the best way for you to don't get back on this negative behavior, negative path, and you can just live more comfortably with yourself. I would say this. Trading taught me how to manage stress correctly and how to not let stress influence my life too much. Of course, there are some periods where you just can't see the light in front of, like at the end of the tunnel, but still, uh, the more you face yourself with this type of situation, the more you are able to to manage it also in the future. So you start not to react at life situation, but you start to manage situation differently. If something causes you stress, then you're gonna be able to manage correctly. So here it is. And this kind of approach is like release you the majority of the stress you're going to face in trading because it's automatic. You just need to make one thing which is pretty simple, like buy or sell. You can either choose uh, one. It doesn't really matter, what. Yeah, what matters is that you just stick to one thing and only that thing. The majority of money that I lost in trading was because I was jumping strategy to strategy, and I just kept uh, other people influence my mentality because every time uh, I was learning about a new strategy. Then I kind of fell in love with it. Then I just backtested not very much and also not correctly. So I'm like, oh, I don't have the stats to understand and to see if this strategy is good for me or not. And I just let other people dictate my results, which is the worst thing you can do in trading. Once you once you learn, and yeah, my signal, the signal I was using uh, until a couple of weeks ago, it's a strategy I create for myself. I realized that I was more comfortable to trade specific situations in the market, which were uh, like small trends, like fast movements. It's like on a 23% upwards movement, I just need to take my 4 5% out of it whenever it pulls back. The signal just show me, hey, here there is a really fast trend. Maybe it's the starting point of a new uh, general trend, or maybe it's just maybe somebody take profit. For example, let's say the market, uh, yeah, let's say the market just went down like 20%, 40%, 40% after a 50% how you say crash. I expect at least 20%. Uh, I expect at least 20 percent pullback. It's somebody has to take profit. Somebody is gonna be liquidated some way or another. So this type of trend is like fast trend. For me, was the best. I use also like DCA, like dollar cost average, like I buy or sell over here, and wait, I'm messing up. So I buy or sell over here, let's say, wait, I have it here. So there is this fast trend like this, or sometimes even like this. There can be multiple candles, only maybe bullish candles or bearish candles, whatever you want to be the case, which is not a major pullback. A major pullback can be like this. You go retest this zone over here, maybe play a little bit around here, and then maybe continuing the trend. What I was doing, it was here is a really long movement from one side. I saw, maybe in this case, I gonna be sold. Hey, my cat likes plastic. She eats plastic. The fuck, man. It's insane. And yeah. So maybe I set my target at, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5%, which was not so crazy, depend about the volatility of the market in that moment. Let's say 4%. I used to check the liquidation price, which was around 7, 8%. And around here, I was going to add a new position. Maybe here I was in the first position, I was risking maybe $50. And once it reached here, I increased my risk for another, I don't know, $200. So this led my position to have, uh, I say, the average price. So let's say this was the first position, this was the second, my average price was around here. Okay, and so now instead of having um, almost get liquidated, I just can have this position and I still can have another margin on the liquidation. Of course, for example, I've calculated way before entering the trade what I was planning to do. So if I knew this could be a chance and that this keep going higher, I will just say, okay, what I'm going to risk for this trade in all position I'm going to make is usually three. Okay. I already know that my risk is going to be, I don't know, $500 or 1K, but I already knew before making this. So the first position was risking $50. The second position, I don't know, maybe $200. And last position, if we get onto my stop, was $500, which was already planned before starting the new position. If I risked the full 500 on the first position and then adding more, that will led me to burn and fucked up my account like in zero time, like in no time. But also everything was calculated and planned, but still this caused me a lot of mental stress because I'm like, okay, if this trend keep going like this, then I wasted, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 days of my life trying to pursue a move that potentially never happened. So I tested other thing. I tested 1-to-1, 1-to-2, and stuff like that. And the result was 1-to-1 risk reward is the best because uh, with 1-to-2 risk reward ratio, your statistics are going to be different. So then we miss this one. So yeah, this late trade 11 whatever, so which caused me a lot of mental stress, and also the doubt that I was not a good trader, but that's not the case. Now I'm focusing on I need to make more than what I lose with just like a coin toss. It's like I know that I have 50% chance to win either way, either whatever strategy you're using. Whenever you enter the market, you already know that you're going to have 50% chance to be right and 50% to be wrong because either you take stop or either you take target. So I just let um, yeah, we skip this day. Fuck it. So yeah, that's my consideration about trading strategies and stuff like that. If you really want to use a trading strategy, just make one by your own. Just find something that you're comfortable trade to trade. For example, I don't know, maybe you prefer trade support and resistance or ranging situation, or you prefer to more uh, you like more trading with trends and stuff like that. Just do it, but create your own style. Don't copy any other strategy. Do what makes sense for you to do. And this is not something that anybody tells. So everybody wants to share their strategy, or my strategy is better than yours because of this, and that. And even if they are right, I realize as long as you are profitable, you are right. Doesn't matter which strategy you use, as long as you bring cash at the end of the month, at the end of the day, you are right for me. In my opinion, you are right. So yeah, let's see. February, let's go till the end of the month. I saw we took some losses. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. Last day, no, yesterday. Yesterday I did another test, always on Bitcoin, and I was stunned about the results. Within the first part of the bear trend, we just hit like I will say 3 or 4K, something like this, and the win rate was like 47%, something like this. I think after all these losses, it could be a little bit less. Still, doesn't matter as long as we make more than what we lose. We are good. Yeah, and don't look at this. This is not a good indicator. It is a good indicator only if you trade exactly with one Bitcoin, or maybe 10 or 5, whatever the asset you're using. And this is having a 50% win rate. It's something that most of the traders doesn't even have. And you know what? Everything comes down to how your risk tolerant is. For example, if I'm comfortable losing whenever I open a trade, and I set my stop, if my stop is like 500 euros and I'm comfortable losing that, knowing uh, that 500 euros doesn't change my doesn't change no, that doesn't change, doesn't affect my overall trading capital, then that's fine, But if you only have, I don't know, 10K to trade and you're risking 5K per trade, that's that's pretty bad. That's bad management. I don't care about statistics. Overall, I tend to make this type of reasoning. With $100 account, uh, if I risk 5 euros per trade, it's gonna take me uh, 20 trade before I burn my account. And knowing that I have a 50% rate, and whenever I lose less than what I earn, then I'm comfortable. Losing I'm comfortable some time to time, or maybe half of the time, losing that 5 euros, knowing that on 100 euros it's gonna take me 20 trades to burn my account. And then you can apply the same reasoning with whatever size you want to trade with. For example, 10K, let's say 100K, okay? If you risk 5K on a 100K account, how much is going to affect your overall capital? Is like, no, doesn't affect it at all. But you still, whenever you win, you're still gonna earn 5K. With 5K in Europe a month, not per trade, a month, you can live pretty comfortably. I mean, really, really comfortably. So yeah, that's my opinion. Trade whatever you're comfortable trade, whatever you're comfortable risk. That doesn't affect your account overall. If you use 100, if you have 100K, yeah, this place it'll just break even. If you trade with $100,000 and you risk 50K per trade, even if you have a 50% win rate, you're going to face some losing streak, which is part of the game. So you cannot risk that much um, to just lose it in just one trade or two trades. It's silly. It's pretty silly. So we almost, yeah, we are in March. Let's take the last trade and then let's take a look at the results. I think we are down something because we face like a losing streak over here, but yeah, let's see. We're up. Damn, 24 trades. Um, why 24? Which day we started? Oh yeah, no man. We started 5 February. Well, yeah, I think that's enough. 23-minute videos. So you see, it's even if you have losing streak like this, as long as you make more than what you lose, these are really small losses compared to all the targets that have been hidden. So even with a 37% win rate, we came out in profit. Don't ever look at this. Plus 0.2%, profit factor 1.04, which is good. I mean, we came back profitable, so that's good. That's good. So that's it for today. I'm gonna keep going with my test. I'm just gonna do it silently. I like to be silent when I do my test. It also lose my focus. I hope this video had helped you somehow. Also with back testing and stuff like that. Also for the mindset, trading mindset that I don't know, maybe can be useful to someone. So I'm gonna see you in the next one.